Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It all depends on your location. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that these few days we'll be hearing a lot of things about the side that Buhari is on as far as the election is concerned. But today we have some news for you where he was declaring support for Tinubu. Hear for yourself.
He has to this country and to you, Nigerians. I thank you very much. Yawancin waɗanda ke wurin nan tanawa ba su jin turanci ni da Hausa. To zan yi magana da Hausa, saboda duk da ni ba Fulatani ne ban jin Fulanci. A cikin Hausa na tashi kuma Hausa al'adar Hausa ta kama ni ta riƙe ni kaf. Saboda haka yin magana da Hausa ma ina so in ji kwarai da gaske. Don ni ma zan fi sanar da ku abin da ya kamata. Na ce Ahmed Bola Tinubu mu zaɓe shi ya shugabanci wannan ƙasa.
Insha Allah.
Don ɗan Najeriya ne na asali ya yarda da Najeriya. Fiye da shekara 20 muna tare da shi mu faɗi mu tashi tare a siyasance. Na san shi yana ƙaunar wannan ƙasa, zai yi duk abin da zai taimake mu gaba ɗaya a kan mu 'yan Najeriya ne.
So that was it. Where he was declaring support for Tinubu in Nasarawa State. So I think that one is not clear. That we now know where he stands as far as the issue of the candidacy of his party is concerned. But people will still talk what they have to, talk because of, how they feel about the whole thing. But for that, you can't stop them from talking. But the issue is, a lot of people are actually perturbed by so many things that has happened in the past. Or within this electioneering, months, etc. As far as where he really stands, because a lot of people say Buhari is just saying this just to save face, that deep down or behind the scene is actually not supporting Tinubu's candidacy. But time will tell. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one is was said by Babashir Lawal, former secretary to Buhari's government. He said, "You'll be shocked. Peter Obi is now a major candidate in Kaduna, Benue, Taraba, and others." So Babashir Lawal fires El-Rufai because El-Rufai was the one who was talking about maybe Obi will be having 1% of Sokoto vote or whatever. In fact, we're just generalizing on the northwestern zone. That he will give him 5% in Kano State. Can you imagine? But let's not assume that even the Hausas and the Fulanis are the ones that live in those areas alone. Let's assume that. Are you not telling me that even 1% of the Hausas and the Fulanis, just 1% will cast their vote for Obi? Not to talk about the other, foreigners or other Southerners or other Nigerians who live in the north. So, they are just trying to, play on the minds of the people, especially like this midget called El-Rufai. The crawler that crawled himself into the governor's house. But whatever El-Rufai says, actually, for me, it doesn't really matter because he has been known to be a call liar, and a boot licker. That's what we call him. So I don't really care about what that man says because whatever thing he's saying, we all know that it's all a lie. So the same man who has been supporting the Muslim tickets all this while with everything that he hold dear was the one saying that Obi was using religion in the north. I don't know how that will come to play because if you are now accusing Obi of using religion in the north to gain some vote or popularity, then which means you are giving a credence, you all give it credence to what the people are saying also. You know that the North is not actually, overpopulated by the Muslims. If that is what you think, because they always use this Muslim ticket, or Muslim ticket, or Muslim Christian ticket, or religious and whatever ticket, to always want to, gather some support, in a cycle. So, but at the end of the day, when Buhari came into power, if you still remember, in 2015 and 2019, when they campaigned, it was this same sentiment that they were using that time, that they were saying that when they said, the then president Jonathan, Goodluck Jonathan, was going to the churches, to canvass for vote, or going to the mosque to canvass for. But at the same time, Buhari himself was going to the mosque and the churches. So when they go to the mosque or the churches to do the same thing, they are not being seen as being a religious bigot. But when somebody else does it, then that person is being seen to be that. So I don't really get it, but what I'm just saying is that the people should at least wake up from all this religious divide that they always try to bring in, into causing a commotion, so that they can always, through this friction, they always find their own way, So before you recover from that shock, the 4 years must have gone, or another 8 years must have gone, due to how the political, elections are programmed, because it comes every 4 years. So, but that was that. Now, the former secretary to the federal government, Babashir David Lawal, has stated that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party will get 50% vote. That is vote cast of the North, or in the North. So that is, it was countering what El-Rufai just said. He said the former SGF was reacting to comments made by Governor El-Rufai of Kaduna State, who had downplayed Obi's chances in the upcoming presidential election. You see, so this one is not speaking out in his own, in his own, let's say, voicing out his own opinion on these whole issues. You understand? So El-Rufai have the right to say what he wants to say, or what he has to say, he has said. So, but somebody else, also who is from the same region, is not speaking up to counter him and say, that is not true. This is what is going to happen, etc., etc., etc. So that is it. So speaking on Friday during an interview with Channel Television, Lawal said the LP candidate is gaining massive support in unexpected northern states, stressing that Obi's growing popularity will shock critics. He said, according to the former APC chieftain, he said Peter Obi has run the People's Democratic Party out of Adamawa, Taraba, Plateau, Benue, and Kaduna states. Do you get that? If it's true that Obi has already run PDP out of those states, within the North Central and Northwest, then what is left? So he said, on the other side of the Labour Party, what has changed is that areas where we had not expected the Labour Party to do well, they are galloping through. The momentum is so much that it is difficult to curtail. He said when the 2023 election season commenced, Peter Obi was not on the card during the computations as to what will happen. And the expectations was that the race was a straight one between APC and the PDP. See, out of nowhere, Peter Obi came in and then followed by Kwakwaso. Said the whole permutations changed. You get that? Unfortunately for the two parties, APC and the PDP, they don't have the capacity to factor this dynamic. As you speak, Peter Obi has run PDP out of Adamawa, Taraba, Plateau, Benue, and even Kaduna states, and quite a number of states in the north. He said before in our calculations, he said we were targeting 25%, but now we are targeting within 55 to 70% in the majority of the states in the north. So speaking further, Babashir Lawal said the Kaduna State governor would be shocked. He said would be shocked by the election's outcome. He said every Nigerian is now determined to have a say in this election, including those who Nasir El-Rufai claimed are not many. He said Northern Christians are not many. I want him to wait for February 25th, and he will see the shock of his life when he goes around banding about 5 and 6 million votes in Kano. He forgets that in that 5 and 6 million, the Igbos are about 1 million residing in various towns in Kano. You see what I mean? So that was the point. So because people forgetting so easily sometimes when they talk about North and South and things like that. It's like when they say North, it's only Northerners that live in the North. When they say South, it's only the Southerners that live in the South. So it's not so. So why are we deceiving ourselves when we know it's not true? So the people should wake up and do the right thing. Do the right thing always. When you do the right thing, then you don't have to worry about who and who is supposed to be supposed to be in the office, with based on competence and capacity. So but they always try to drive this ethnic diversionary measures to try to deviate from the main point, because at the end of the day they are still trying to count on the way they used to do things in the past, like manipulating the elections and processes, in order to get the result that they want. In places where 10 people will vote and you have 100 votes, etc. So that is what it is. So, but at the end of the day, we shall see soon or very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you've not. Give us a thumbs up, please, and I will see you in the next video.